Hello, my YouTube family. I am back. I've made a lot of shorts since I was gone. So that's probably why you haven't seen me in the last 2 days. But if you catch any of my shorts, I am back. I want to say welcome to all my new subscribers within the past couple of days. Because I did notice that my subscriber count went up. So I want to say welcome. And if you are here for the very first time, my name is Carlita, and this is my podcast, Sacred Time. My podcast sometimes is in my car, sometimes it is in my home. It's where the two places where I'm able to do the podcast right now, but eventually it'll be a designated place in my home. But for right now, it is what it is. So welcome, 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 welcome. And so had to look over to the side because I was just like, you know how you see somebody in your peripheral and trying to figure out what's going on? That's what was going on. Somebody's out here at the park walking their dog. But I wanted to talk about chronotypes. I had looked up chronotypes before, but I never really applied them. And basically, if you don't know what chronotypes is, it's basically your body's circadian rhythm. I think I'm saying that right. If I'm not saying it right, somebody correct me in the comments. But basically, your internal clock that lets you know how much sleep you need, how much sleep you don't need, what time you need to wake up, what time you don't need to wake up. And I've known for years that I'm a night owl, aka wolf chronotype, because there are 4 different chronotypes. They have dolphin, they have lion, bear, and wolf. Are like, from what I was saying, it's like 15 to 20% of the population in the world is a wolf chronotype, where they're night owls. They don't feel, most of the chronotypes fit in the bear population, but my type of chronotype, and they say it's usually genetic, and I could see that being the case because I noticed that, especially with my father, that he seems to, even though he makes himself get up early, he seems to function better at late in the evening time as opposed to early in the morning. So I can see that. My mother, I think she might be a wolf as well, or a bear, because she seems to, be dragging in the morning. So I could see that about it being genetic, because I noticed with me that I function a lot better after like 9 or 10 a.m. in the morning, all the way up until the evening time. Like right now, it's like almost 3 o'clock, and I'm like pumped up right now, and I'll be pumped up for the next few hours. But if you're like a morning type person, by the time you get to this type of time of day, you're kind of like winding down, ready to figure out it's time to go to bed. And me, I get energized after a certain time all the way until late in the evening, like 11, 12 o'clock. I'm still pumped up. I got to actually pump myself down and do different things to actually slow myself down to say, okay, I need to get ready to go to bed. But and I feel like I'm most productive during this time of day all the way up until late in the evening. So that's how, another reason why I know I'm a night owl. I remember when my son was growing up, and as a mother, you have to get up because your child, they wake up early. It was always a struggle for me having to get up really early to make sure that my son got what he needed. But I did it. And now that I'm working for myself, for the past few years since I've been working for myself, I've been forcing myself to get up early. Get up like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, and it's like, I'm like, I can't take it. But ever since I decided to rediscover sleep patterns again and looking up chronotype again, I have made up consciously in my mind, you know what? My son is grown. Yes, I have a grandchild, but I don't have to watch him all the time. Sometimes I watch him during the week, but I don't have to watch him like that. And I was just like, you know what? Being so that I don't have the responsibilities I did when my son was growing up, and also the fact that I'm working for myself and I can kind of set my own hours, I was like, you know what? I am going to go ahead and appreciate my chronotype. And if that means that I'm waking up at 9, 10 o'clock to get my day started and work all the way through the evening, late in the evening time, I'm going to do that because I don't have that responsibility anymore. So I'm going to take full advantage of my chronotype. Now, sometimes I may have to wake up early depending on what I have to do. But if I don't have to do something where I have to be somewhere at a specific time, I was like, I'm going to take full advantage of my chronotype because I have known for years that I'm a wolf. I'm chronotype. I'm a night owl, as some people would say. So now that I'm in a different phase in my life and stage in my life, I'm going to take full advantage of it. So I was just like, today I had decided that, and I'm just like, you know what? I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with the fact that I'm not in the population where the majority of people are morning people. I'm not. I'm most productive during this time of the day and late into the evening. I'm more productive and creative during that time because I'm also a creative type person. I'm gifted in writing. I'm also gifted in singing, and I have some other gifts too, but I was just like, I'm going to take full advantage of it. So in the meantime, if you get a chance, discover what your chronotype is. There are tests on Google, free tests on Google, where you can test and quizzes on Google where you can discover what your chronotype is. And if you still have a regular 9 to 5 job, there are also videos on YouTube that show you how to work with your chronotype according to your 9 to 5 job. So, hey, take full advantage of it. All this free information out here, take full advantage of it. Know what your chronotype is. It may help you as far as health wise goes. So in the meantime, take care, be blessed, and if you like any of my videos, please like and subscribe and turn your notification bell on. And until my next video, take care, be blessed, and have a great day.